Hey guys, hey. So today we're going to be talking about why you should open up a high yielding savings account. And first of all, we're going to talk about a traditional savings account and then a high yielding savings account. So, in a traditional savings account, you only get about 0.1%, I believe it's somewhere around there, on your money. So you can have $100,000 in your account and you're literally getting pennies on the dollar. You may get like $10 back at the end of the year on your account. With a high yielding savings account, it's going to give you an annual percentage um, an annual percentage yield. Thank you. That's it. Um, and they're about 3.5 to the highest that I've seen so far was a 4.3 percentage. And the thing about the high yielding savings account is that the interest can fluctuate, right? So it can be 3.5 today, it might be 3.8 in 2 weeks, back down to 3.6, 4.3 in a month. It just depends on how things are moving within the bank, right? And so what I did was I brought out the trusty dusty board, right? Because I want you guys to see how this works. So we're gonna work off of having a 3.99 percentage, right? In your high yielding savings account. And then, so let's give the example here. It's that you have $2,500 in your account. Say you didn't put any more money in for the rest of the year. All you put in there was $2,500 for the whole year. You're going to times that by that 3.99%. And then at the end of the year, it's going to yield you, what is that, $99.72. I'm reading backwards, guys, by the way. So hopefully I'm saying those numbers is right. If not, you know what I mean. So that's going to give you about $99.72 by the end of the year. However, what you'll be getting will be about $8.31 per month, right? I am still challenging that right now because I started with $2,700 in my account. Mine's right now is currently at 3.8%, and I only received $3 and some change. So that'll be something I will discuss with the bank. I don't know how it works, or when I seen the change, it had only been 2 weeks. It wasn't even a full month yet, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but I will be checking with my bank to figure out why I didn't get my $8, because I want my $8, okay? It may not seem like much to you guys, but every penny counts when you are building wealth, okay? All right, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is that you can open it. Most of them are online, guys. If you go to like Chase or Capital One, you can go inside to open it up, but you're still going to be working on their tablet, and they're just going to go to the website for you and have you fill the information out, and you're just opening it there with someone with you. You can do it at home. You can, but it's up to you. I went to the bank. I just wanted to make sure I was doing everything right because it was my first time opening one. I wanted to make sure I was clicking on the right buttons to get my money to where it needed to be at, right? And plus I was putting money in that day. So you also do not have to take in money. You can connect your account to the bank that you're already banking at. So if you're banking with Chase already, or if you're banking with Capital One already, it's a plus, because all you have to do is transfer your money over. Your accounts will still be available for that. However, I will mention right here, you do not receive a card with your high yielding savings account. There's no card to be had. The only way, as it was explained to me, is that if I opened up a checkings account, then I could transfer the money from my high yielding savings account into my checkings account and then receive money that way on my card if I chose to do so. However, I will voice for myself that my high yield savings account is an account that I am dumping and leaving. That means that I have no intentions on taking money out of that account. I know that some people will take money out of their account, but I'm going to explain to you shortly why I'm not going to be taking money out. But I'm going to also explain to you why you can take money out at the same time, okay? So there's no cards, right? And like I said, you know, most of them are not connected to physical banks. However, there are a few of the big name brand banks that has a physical bank. And I just told you how you can work that out as far as transferring monies if you need to withdraw money. Okay? So when you're putting money into an account, now I'm not assuming that you or the average Joe is going to have 250K, okay? Because that's what you're maxing these accounts out at. You don't want to put more than that in any account because you're only guaranteed secured 250,000 is only secure. The bank goes bankrupt, something happens, you're only going to get 250,000 back. The great thing about having those is that you can open up multiple accounts. You don't have to wait until you get to here at all to open up another account, because I will tell you that I will be opening up another account because I'm going to go with the other account that has the 4.3% that I found as well. So it's okay to open up multiple accounts. You want to do that anyway. Don't have all your eggs in one bucket is how I see it in the first place. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, you're starting from the basics and you're like, okay, I'm just trying to save $1,000. I'm with you, okay? You can do it. Hold off on the multiple accounts. Just go with the one. So if you are still dipping back into that account, your savings account, still put your money in there, okay? It is totally okay to put your money in there, even if you're going to be taking money out. So say like you have your payroll check deposited into that account. If somehow you can get it to where it allows it to go through that cycle and you're not taking all the money out, you're going to get paid on that full amount that you put in there, right? And go ahead and take the money out of the account. You can do that. I won't be doing it myself, but you can totally take the money out, right? So also note, there's no way that any of us will be avoiding Uncle Sam. So at the end of the year, they're going to send you what is called a 1099 INT form, where you're going to have to pay money back on that from that account. I believe if you're withdrawing the money, but I also, from what I understand, doesn't matter if you're withdrawing the money or not. You still have to pay on that, because I do remember getting one of those forms some years ago from just my regular traditional savings account, and which it didn't matter anyway, because they was only paying out like 0.01%. I think I got like $1, $10. I don't know, something tremendously small, and which didn't matter in the first place, right? However, in a high yielding savings account, when you're starting to put money in there, it is going to count. And I should have wrote this down, because it counts after a certain amount. So just check up on that, because the taxes count at a certain amount. But either way it go, if you receive a form, because you're going to receive a form, so make sure your address is updated on your account anyway, because you're going to receive a form. You're going to have to pay those taxes. Don't evade them, okay? So getting back to why you can take money out of your account, right? So say you've decided that, I'm throwing numbers out here, guys. Do not scream at the messenger, okay? You're putting $1,000 in a month, right? And you've decided, I'm not going to spend any money out of this account because I want it to grow, right? I want it to grow and grow and grow and grow. Do you guys know where I'm going with this? Have you heard of the ETFs? With the dividends, you drip it back into the account. This is sort of like the same thing, right? We'll discuss the ETFs on another video. This is sort of the same idea. However, the interest rates on high yielding savings account is higher. ETFs, you're going to get about 2%. However, don't rush to put all your money into the ETFs, because I know what you're thinking. I'm sorry, into the high yielding savings account. I know what you're thinking. Like, well, why would I put my money here when I'm getting more money in the ETFs? Pause. If you remember, I said that the interest rate fluctuates, right? So that means it can go up, it can go down, it may not move. With the ETF, guys, the money is always going up. You can almost always bet on the ETFs to always be growing. So even if it only gives you 2%, the value of it is going up, which allows you to get more money out of it. Now, initially, you may not get that much in dividends, but as time goes on, it will grow. But we'll talk about that in another video. So I think we have discussed everything on here for the high yield savings account. Now, say, like I was saying, you put $1,000 in, right? And you decide that, okay, and be patient. We're talking about somebody who's been putting $1,000 in a month, and they have decided that they want to be patient for about 10 years, right? So you put $1,000 in, 10 years, you're at $120,000. You decide, I'm gonna change that number. I'm gonna change that number because I have an idea now. You've been putting $2,500 in your account. Sorry about all this corrections, guys, but I want to do it where my brain can calculate a little bit faster for you guys. You decided you wanted to put $2,500 in a month for 10 years. That's going to bring you to $250,000 in 10 years. Hypothetically speaking, you were able to do that. Do not scream at the messenger. We are all starting at different levels, okay? But at the end, when you finally reach that $250,000, then this number here changes. It's no longer $8.31. It's going to be more like $831.20 that you'll be getting monthly off of this, right? Now, you can withdraw that, and that can be part of, what you're spending out for the expenses. But the important thing to remember is do not change from the $250,000, okay? If your interest is going to be $831.20 monthly, do not take out more than that per month, because once you change this number changes, right? If you want to use that as a portion of your income, do not take this money out. However, you still have to take the interest rate fluctuating into an account, right? So then the easiest way to do that is to always check your account before you withdraw the money. Because say the interest rate goes down to 3.6 and it was not 3.8 for that month, well, you're not going to be able to take out $831. It's going to be somewhere around $825, which is still fine and it's not that much off, but you want to make sure you're not touching this amount of money, because then that number changes. Now, if you're okay touching this money and you're okay with that number going down, by all means, do your thing, baby. Do it, okay? All I'm saying is this is another way to generate income. If you are one of those people who are patient, if you're one of those people who are like me, who can set it and forget it, I can come back in 10 years with my $250,000 in this account, and then I can start withdrawing money from there at that point. If you are one of those people, and it doesn't even have to be $250,000, you might decide, okay, I'm gonna get there at $100,000, and I'm totally okay with that amount, right? then you'll be looking at somewhere around $400 a month, a little bit less, maybe $380, $90 a month, because you said, okay, I'm cool with $100,000 in 10 years. Then do your thing, baby. But just know that a high yielding savings account does yield you something great in the end, especially if you're patient. Now, if you have a good amount of money that you can put up front, go ahead and do that. You can put like 100 in one account. You can find another account that, like I said, the 4.3%, and put 100 in there, because I'm a person who don't like all my eggs in one basket, okay? So that's what I'm saying to you. Have more than one account, right? Because they're going to change either way it go. If you decided you wanted to have at the same bank establishment 2 accounts, then you do that. You have to check with the bank though to see how many accounts that they allow you to have up under your social security number. That is something important to know. I believe Chase allows you to have up to 21 accounts. Bank of America, which we're Xing them off. Bank of America is a no, because they do not offer high yielding savings accounts. They're going to offer you a CD, and that's not something we're discussing in this video today, okay? But just check with your bank, see how many accounts they allow you to open up. But don't be afraid to open up some of these accounts with the institutions that do not have physical brick and mortars. It will still be okay. You will still be able to withdraw your money in and out. It'll be like how you use on Cash App, where you can send money there, you can take money out. It's the same type of transaction, right? All right, so I feel like this video is getting long, so I'm going to leave it right here. If you have any more questions on high yielding savings accounts, drop a message in the comments. I will get back to you on that. All right, guys, and like and subscribe, share, because this is going to be one of my side hustles, one of my streams of income. That's what I was looking for. YouTube is going to be my stream of income, one of my many streams of income. So like, subscribe, share, because that is going to help me with my, what did I just say, guys? You know what I mean. Okay. All right, look. Thank you. Till next time. All right, bye.